Yeah, good evening, everyone. Last session, we learned about how to work with links. So we discussed about links and frames, iframe. So how to design iframes and work with the iframes we learned. So some regular requirements for links, like how to open in a new tab, new window, same window. So how to embed different type of content in a page, all these. Now today we will see how to work with tables, how to deal with tables in HTML. So actually in previous versions of HTML, previous version is HTML5, HTML4, current version is HTML5. In previous version, we don't have div, span, and other semantics. So header, section, main, these were not there in the previous. Then everything is designed by using table. That means 7, 8 years back, web development means it is completely with tables. That means we start with the table because we don't have div span. We don't have header, section, footer. Everything is arranged in tables. That means a page layout is designed in tables. But in the beginning, already I told you, tables are not good for SEO and loading content. That is the reason now tables we are not using for designing layout. We are using for displaying data. If any data we want to show, we want to manage, then we are doing that by using tables. So that means suppose you have bank statement. So how it is displayed in a tabular form. So you want to see what latest activities performed. It will show in a tabular form. So actually now we are using majority of tables for a concept called data grids. We are using for data grids. Data grids, they are used to display the data in a tabular form. And later with JavaScript, what you can do, you can add filter, searching, sorting. Uh, for example, we call as CRUD operation. CRUD operation. CRUD operation, create, read, update, delete. So such data manipulations we are doing with tables. So actual point about table is tables are used to design data grids. So a data grid arranges information in rows and columns. So grid makes a good UI for data manipulations like filter, sort, search, insert, update, delete, etc. So grid makes a good user interface for data manipulations like filtering, sorting, searching, inserting, updating, deleting, all that. So in business websites, majority of the business data is done manipulated by using tables. In real-time projects, if anyone asks, what are the most commonly used components? For example, we have navbar, that is one component. We have like carousel like sliding banners. Like that, website have a lot of components. For example, if you open any website like Amazon, in this website, suppose this is a header component, this is a carousel component, like that, so many components are present. This is a input group component. We call it as input group component, that search bar. So these are cards. Already we learned cards components. Like that, website is built with components. And what are the most commonly used components? For example, we will go to Telerik. Telerik is a third party. Third party means these people provide support to software companies and developers. So developers and companies, whatever they need, which is not present in their technologies, these people will provide them. You can see these are the customers of Telerik. NASA, Microsoft, IBM, Samsung, Volvo. These are few customers of Telerik. You may be surprised, like Microsoft itself is a software company. Why it should take help from another company for software? Microsoft itself builds software. That means they build operating system. They build very high professional tools. And why those people are customers of Telerik? Why IBM is customer of Telerik? Because it's a simple business point. Like you are using a mobile, or just best example, you are wearing some glasses, spectacles. Do you know the frame belongs to one company, lens belongs to another company? You know that, right? So that means now you cannot ask the frame company why you are not manufacturing lens. You cannot ask lens company why you are not manufacturing frame. Then they will say that this, our business, what we are doing is a very heavy one. It's enough. We can't manage everything. Somebody is doing it, let him do. We will use it. We will not again build it. Waste of time. That means already somebody is doing. So let him do. We will bring it and use it. That means, in your mobile, you are using a mobile by name some Samsung or something. In that, more than 20, 30 companies will be there. One manufactures the camera, one manufactures the chips, ICs, one manufactures the lens, one manufactures the screen, one manufactures the board, motherboards. It is not all done by Samsung, right? That means the point is, in software development also, we take help of lot of third parties. You will learn about them, how to use them. Okay, what these people do to build good interface, they will provide components, like so many components. Let's go to demo. When you go to demo, in the demo, you can see we have jQuery, Angular, React, Vue. We have .NET, Java, PHP, separate technology. Every technology separate. Okay, we will go to demos of some React. Then you will see that in that you will see most popular components. In the most popular components, first place is a grid. Right? That means they are saying that software companies use components. They buy components from them. It is not free, it is paid. When you go to some companies to work as a developer, they will ask, do you have any awareness on Telerik? Or do you have awareness on some other third party like Dev Express, MUI? So many are there. Why? Because their company is using them. And let's okay, this is React. Suppose I will go to Angular demo. In Angular also data grid first place. Suppose I went to some .NET demo. In .NET, this is ASP.NET. This is also grid first place. That means every business application, one of the popularly used component is grid. And those grids are designed by using table. Table is the key for that. So tables are used for designing such data grids. Data grid. You see how it looks like. Suppose I will open a grid. You can see this is the data grid. This is how a grid looks like. It will provide filtering, sorting, searching like facilities. You can export to Excel, export to PDF. These all things we add with JavaScript functionalities, but design is table. Java, .NET, PHP, Python, or Angular, React, Vue, everybody have to work with table only. That means their data presentation happens with tables. So to design such tables, there are so many elements. HTML5 provides following elements for tables. We have table, caption, t-head, t-body, t-foot, tr, th, td, and call group. These are all the elements used in table. So all elements are not compulsory. Depending on what type of table you are designing, you can ignore some of these elements. You can use only few what you need. But all the table related options are this. So table have so many elements. We will see what they are. So first important, actually, suppose a table is a container. This is designed by using table. It's a empty box container. In this table, whatever you keep, they must be search engine friendly. That means we must able to find this table in SEO. Then what we will do is, for this table, we will put some caption. This caption is used in SEO. That caption is used in SEO. That means we can find a table by using the caption in search engines. So table contains three divisions. We have a header, body, and footer. Three sections it is divided. So this is T head, this is T body, and this is what? T foot. These are the sections inside the table. Usually header contains field names, columns, headings, right? The headings we have, this is heading 1, this is heading 2, like this. We have heading 3, like this. Usually these headings are designed by using th, and headings are actually kept in a row. They are kept in a row. That means in every section there will be rows. In every section there will be rows. In header there will be row, in body there will be row, in footer there will be row. These rows are designed by using tr. Tr is for row. And the cells inside the row, every row have a cell actually. Every row is having a cell inside. That cell can be designed with th or td. Th or td is for cells. Th is a heading cell, means bold, center aligned, some little bit font different. TD is a ordinary cell, plain content will be there. You can have a heading cell or a tabled cell, normal. Column group, it is used to divide the columns like this. Suppose the last one is a summary, then we want to highlight, then we can group. Or first one is a summary, or first one is a header. This column we can group like this for highlighting. First one, last one, or 3 columns, 4 columns we can highlight by using what we can do call group. So all these are not compulsory. So generally what we do, we use them according to the requirement of that particular table. Let's see how to do that. That means how to use these options. So what is this? Table is container with rows with groups actually. Caption keeps table SEO friendly. And header section, body section, and footer section. We have table row, heading cell, and this is normal cell. Table cell, we call it as TD. Actually, table data. And call group groups a set of columns to define styles. These are the general elements that we use for designing a table. But these elements are not enough. You need lot of attributes. That means table have so many attributes. By using the attributes, we can make a table look like a good table. That means using these are not enough. You need more attributes also. We will see what are the attributes available here. Let's see first how to design this one, how to design a table. So we will take one real example. Suppose let's take the website like some IPL.com is there. This is oh, IPL. You see, this is IPL. This is IPL table. Okay, let's go to IPL website. This is the website. Okay, in this website, so you have a table like this. This is a table. This table is complex. It is having lot of details inside. That's a tabular form, right? Now let's see how to design this table. How we can create a table like this. And usually they don't have all that we have in a HTML table elements. Few of them they are using. Let's see how to do that, right? So you will find that there will be so many tables. You see, suppose teams, you will see that this opens, this is the team, and let's open any team detail, something like this. These, you know, these are all cards. Huh? These are all designed as what? Cards. So statistics may be having lot of tables. You see, this is a table. You see, these are tables. So we can create tables like this. In a table, you can keep anything you want. An image, text, anything you want, you can keep in a table. Let's see how we can do this. That means how we can create such tables. And you see, this is the table header. So this is the table header we are having. Table header. And this is what? Table body. And is it having a footer? So it's having a footer all, view all. In the footer, just one merged content and view all. Okay, let's see this. Means we will create 2-3 rows. We will see how we can handle that. Okay, let me copy these images. Save image as, and in our project images, we will save this one. Okay. And save image as. Okay, this is another save image as. Okay, these three are enough. Okay, these three are PNG files they given. Okay, let's try to create this table and see. So I will add a new, some IPL players dot HTML. Okay, here if you can design one, others are similar. No? So here I will define some IPL. Okay, in this first thing is we want a table. So then what we will do? Table is an element. And what is the concept of this table? How people can find this table directly in SEO, in search engine. In search engine, if anybody wants to find this table, so here I will put a caption. The caption is IPL 2024 players stats. Like this I am giving. That may be the search factor. If you search for this, it will get you the table. Like for example, let's do one thing. We will open Google search. In the Google search box, I will type this, and you see it is going to get me this table. And when I click the link, it should get me that particular table. It should get me that particular table on. You see, it will get me the table. That means that is the factor of finding a table. What keywords we can use for finding a table. That I given as caption. Okay. Next, in this now, three sections we have to design. T head is one section. T body is another section. And T foot is another section. In every section, you cannot directly put a cell. Cells must be in rows only. You have to design a row. That means T head have a row. You can have more than one row also. 2 rows in headings, 4 rows in headings. It can be any number of rows. Okay. Now in that heading is only one row, and that one row is having so many headings. That means it is having so many headings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 TH. This is 1. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That means 14 headings we have. Okay. What is the first one? That means we have POS, we have player. So we have matches, innings, nose, runs. So match, ins, runs, no and no, no and runs. And HS, AVG, HS, average. And so we have SR 100. So 100 and 50 and 4s and 6, 4S and 6S. Okay. So this is player is also uppercase player. Okay. This is the heading. And let's go and see how it looks like. Remember, it is not having any attributes. Just we designed a header. This looks like this. That is what it looks like. Nothing. It's just normal. It even doesn't look like a table, because for table we need lot of attributes. I will tell you, right? Initially, first let me design the content. Okay. So first we will put the row here. This is the first row. That means in the table body, we have a TR. In that first cell, number 1, that is 1 we are having. Second cell, 14 cells we need. In the second cell, there is an image. That means we will put here and see 2 columns are there. In that again, 2 columns are there. So then what we will do? We will create a div. Now in this div, we will put a class row. In this, we put 2 divisions. This is 1 division. Here we will keep an image. Image source, images. So Virat Kohli, right? And another div, that is a column, right? So, okay. And what else is there? RCB. So we'll put a break and RCB. Something like this we are using. We need to highlight, then better you need to keep this in a span. So, light. And this one we will keep in another span. So just roughly I kept in a break and put a span. Okay. This later we will put class themes for adding them. So this is fine. This is class player name. That is the class player name. Okay, fine. Now this is class player image, right? IMG. Fine. Now this is the first row. In that first cell and second cell. In the second cell, we have all this. What about next? Third cell. In the third cell, this is 12. And fourth cell, it is 12. Fifth cell, it is 3. And sixth cell, it is 634, 634. And seventh cell, 113. Eighth cell, we have like 70.44. This is some asterisk. We have another cell TD. This is 413. And another TD. This is 153.51. And another cell, this is 1. Another cell is 5. Another cell is some 55. Another cell is 30. Okay. This is one person related data. Alignments, placements, everything we have to do a lot, right? First, we will prepare the content, right? Okay, this is first row. Now copy the row tr in the table body. This is first row. Similarly, we want second row. In the second row, position 2, and here the name, we will change the name. So who is that? So Raj Gaikwad. Okay. We will use that as the player name. Okay. So CSK. Okay. And here some changes. So 11, 11. Right. So 2 and 514. So 541. Right. Yeah. And 108. Okay. Next we have 60.11. Okay. Rest of things you do. I will just, because those are values, you can manage. I will add another row. Okay. So let me copy this row. And I will paste another one. Okay. These three are there. Fine. I will change the name. Travis said. Okay. This is the. Okay. These are the names we are defining. Rest of thing you can do that. Okay. Now what we want here is, see, this is like this. This is all the data we are having. Okay. Now, first thing, this is the table header, table body we are having. In the table footer, we have a row. In that we have a cell. Only one cell is there. And this cell is having a button. Buttons later we will create. Temporarily we will use a div. And let's keep the class as btn view. Okay. And we will put as view all, like this we are giving. Now important is, this is only one cell, but other rows have 14 cells. So that means this must merge how many cells? 14 cells, including the current cell, it should merge. Merging is done by using call span. Later I will give you all attributes. We will see that call span is to merge the columns. How many columns it should merge? This cell should merge how many columns? 14 columns it should merge. Okay. After that, align. Align we will keep as what? Center. Align is a general attribute. Okay. Now, this is the content we are having. Okay. Fine. Now, let's see the attributes what we have. First thing, some concepts we will adjust here. What we will do is, first, we will keep style, and wherever player image is present, player image is present. Width we will keep 100%. That means actually they are actual original size. Suppose we give 50%, then it will be like this. So some 40%, it will be in this way. That is the basic we are having. So 30% of their original size, we are having this. So that is the image we kept normal, 30% of their actual size, right? Fine. Now later they will be adjusted according to the cell, in which cell we kept it will be. Then we will change according to the cell, we will change. Okay. Now what is another thing you should notice here is we have a row class. Display is what? Grid template columns as to 6 fraction and 6 fraction. That means it will divide like this. That will divide like that. So this gap, because the column is this much, we will adjust the width, it will fit it. That is not a problem. Those are what we are going to learn, right? That means what happens actually, we will see the attributes now. First, leave it like this. This is the basic table we are having. Now, once we start using attributes, you will find the difference. Like, let's see. So, what are the attributes for a table? Remember, in this, I am not using call group. I am not using call group. We will see where to use the call group. How to use the call group also, I will tell you. We'll see that. Initially, it's normal. Okay. Now, what we are doing here is we need to learn so many attributes for table that makes the table perfect. Table have lot of attributes. What are the attributes for table? First important, frame, rules, and border. These are first important attributes for a table. So frame, it is defined for table with values. So we have box, RHS, LHS, above, below. And it is also having void. These are the values. So rules, it is defined for rows, columns, and groups. It is defined for rows, columns, and groups. So it will have values like rows, calls, groups, and none. We have border. It is defined for cells. It is defined for cells. It can be 0, no border, 1, border. It can be 0, 1. Border is 0 means no border, 1 means have border. True, false actually. Usually 0 is false and 1 is true. That means it is not about border size. It is about do you want border or not. So table first have three basic outlines actually. We can have a frame, we can have rules, we can have border. All are not same. So let's see what this is. Suppose we are having first table. This is the table we are having. In this table, we will keep the table with the first one frame. Frame is equal to box. Then you can see table looks like this. This is the original size actually. That is the table. That means table frame is box. We can have table frame as right hand side. That means only right hand side will come. When generally when we show two tables side by side, one right hand side, one left hand side, we use this one. We can have above. That means row line above will come. We can set below. So line below will come. So we can set box. All sides will come. We cannot have two values or three values. Only one is allowed. That means you cannot have left, right. Means you cannot have right hand side, left hand side. Either one, only one, either left hand side or right hand side. You can have that. So you can manage this, right? Now the point is here, we can have void. Void means no frame. Actually, if you don't write frame, there is no frame. Why to write frame and why to say void? If you don't write frame, there will be no frame. Why you are writing frame and saying void? That is because some situations we will have a frame without mentioning frame. That means we haven't mentioned frame, but automatically frame will come. Like you used underline. Anchor have a underline automatically. We don't have any underline attribute given. Then how to remove? If frame is given without asking for frame, how to remove it? Then we have to use this void, right? So for that, it will be helpful. Okay, this is for table. We have another one, rules. Rules is having all. That means in the rules, we have none, all also is there. All rows, calls, groups, and none. These are rules related. So see now, rules I give rows. That means only rows will come. That means you can see lines between rows. You can say calls. That means only columns will come. Only columns. You can say all. That means rows, columns will come. But remember, this is not border. Rules are for only rows and columns, and you can give for groups. Groups you can give. How many groups are there? Three groups are there: head, body, and footer. You see those three divisions will be there: head, body, and footer. Now you can try call group. So see here in the table, I am adding call group. Call group, okay. Nothing you will see. You see by default one is there. I will put span 2. That means 2 columns it will group. I say span 13. 13 columns it will group. The last one will be different. Or 12. Last two will be different. So we can separate like that. We just put a call group span 1. By default it is 1. Actually, this is not to show line. It is to highlight them. Later you will learn how to highlight. That means what you can do, you can put a style for that column group style, font weight, font weight is bold. Then you can see, so that style archer, not font weight, because that is not text, na? It is having background color. Suppose some black. Okay, color is what? Some white. Then you can see that it will be highlighted like that. White we have to give font. By using font we have to give. I will just put color as yellow or something. You can see it will be like this. So that is not suitable every time. That depends on your table. So call group, we can set the group up to 1. By default, it will show up to 1. We can apply some styles and effects and all and display that, right? So, but remember, there is no frame. You see, there is no frame here. How to put a frame? We have to add a frame. Frame is what? Box. Then frame also will come. We have a frame, we have rules. Now rules I can keep as all. If I keep as all, then all rules will come. Rows, columns, and everything will come. Many times we display table without really showing these rows and columns. We don't show those lines, just put plain colors, effects, and all. Initially, this is fine. Okay. We have rules and we have frame. What is difference between rules and frame? Frame is only for table. Rules are only for rows and columns. Rows, columns, and groups. Groups. Now border is only for cells. Suppose border 1. It looks like this. You may feel like, actually, you may feel like, here you see I am writing like this. Yeah. You may feel like border came for entire table. Actually, no. Border is only for cell. We have a frame extra. Remove the frame. We haven't given frame. Automatically frame came. How to remove frame? Frame is equal to what? Void. I remove the frame. Now you can see border. Border is not for table. Border is for whom? Cells. Have you observed? The border is only for this cell. Am I right? Border is for cells, not for table. So for table, frame. For rows and columns, rules. For cells, border. If anyone asks what is difference between border, frame, rules, that is the difference. Right? We have to apply accordingly. We need to define accordingly. This is the basic design. Okay. This is the first thing you should understand. And very important here, when you give border and rules both, so rules also I am giving as some groups. Rules only dominate. You cannot apply border if rules are defined. That means you can see border will not be there. Only rules. Remember, if I put rules none, but still border will not come. Why? Because border can be displayed only when rules is completely removed, not set to none. Rules attribute must be removed. That means you see still it is not there. Border is not coming. Border will come only when you remove the complete rules. Then you can apply border. So that means one important thing about border is, so you cannot set border if rules are defined. So rules must be removed from table. Rules attribute must be removed for border. So syntactically we have table, frame is equal to some box, rules is equal to groups like this. We have table frame is equal to void, border is equal to 1. Like this we can give. You have to use a correct combination. Right. Now in this, these three basic attributes are important. Okay. Next. And see, border is not size. Border is not size. That means you see now here, suppose I am applying border as 1. Suppose I apply border 0. 0 means no border. Suppose I apply border 10. Anything after 0 that you mention, that is taken as true. Even 10 is true. 10 size is not there. Actually, when you apply this border for image also have a border, image border size. But here border is not size, true, false. You want border or no border. That is either 0 or 1, right? That is. This is basic how you can define. Okay. These are one set of attributes we are having. Next attributes we have cell spacing and cell padding. Padding. Cell spacing and cell padding. You know, their words itself tell what they are. Cell spacing means, so it sets space between cells in table. Padding means, cell padding means it sets space between cell border and content inside. You know them. Syntactically for table we give cell spacing is some 5. Cell padding is some 10. Border is some 1. Like this we are adding. Just even you don't give border also, there will be space, but we can't clearly observe the space. Padding we can see. So table have frame, rules, border, cell spacing, cell padding. Cell spacing and cell padding. So you see, we want to give some gap. So how do we give some gap here? So what we do for table, cell spacing is 5. That means you can see some gap will come. You can see some space is there between the cells. Cell padding, cell padding is 10. Some gap around the content. The padding will set the space around. Cell spacing is this one. You can adjust some 15 spacing, then it will be more space between the cells. So we can set space between the cells, right? So the space between the cells. Remember, if I don't give border, then what happens is it looks like this, but still it is having cell spacing and cell padding, right? So this is just with a border I am showing how we can keep the content there, right? That is spacing and padding. We can have good space for the cells. Okay, next important, we have width and height. No need to tell what it is, huh? You know already width and height. But important you should know is here, table is a structured data. If you affect the height of one cell in a row, it will affect all cells in that row. That means you cannot have structureless design. Table is a structured design. You adjust one column, it will affect all the cells in that column. You adjust the height of one cell, it will affect all the cells in that row. So you cannot have like, that means you cannot have like one cell in a column this much, another cell this much, another cell this much, like that you can't have. All cells in one column will have same width, right? That means you adjust the width for first one, it will affect to all of them, right? That is important. So, and important is one row height is this, another row height is like this. You cannot have like that. You adjust the height of this cell, it will affect all cells in the row. Everything will change. There cannot be uneven. Uneven, we have to manually design that. We cannot do that by using table. Table is not possible. Table is completely structured. So always give width. Width is defined for table or TD or TH only. Only for these three elements we apply. Width is applied only for table, TD and TH. Height is also applied. It is defined for table, TD, TH, and we can apply for TR also. But generally, it is not recommended to give for TH or TD. So it is recommended only for TR and table. It is recommended only for TR and table. Height is recommended only for that. That means TD, we can have a width. TH, we can have a width. Like this, we can give. Table, we can have a width. 100% means fits the screen, right? And what TR, we can give height. Some 50 pixel like this. Table, we can give height like this. But generally, when you have groups, then it is always recommended to give only for TR. We don't recommend for defining for TD or TH anywhere, because even you give for TD or TH, it will work for all of them in the row. So you apply only for row. So we can adjust the table width now, right? We can adjust the table width. So whose width? Suppose I want to adjust the width of this cell player. Then where you will adjust? Even you write width here, it will work for all of them. So don't waste time. Better you write here. It will affect everywhere. Understood? Because if you write somewhere in between, later while editing also headache. Because you have to search in which location you mentioned it. That's time waste. So better what you do, you want to adjust for this entire column. Who is the top in the column? That means you go to that header. This is the header. Here you mention the width. Width is suppose 200. That means it will fit like this. Right now, I will keep the width here as some 100. That means it will fit like this. Suppose so 150. That means it will be like this. Now, what about the image size now? Image size is not 30% of that. It should be what? 100% of that. That means it will be large. Now we will give 200 width for this cell. 200 is the width for that player. That will be fine. we can adjust more width. So suppose we given 220 for that. Because one player name is lengthy, we can just keep it like this. That is how we can define. This is the table related width and height. And you see, entire table, I will do one thing. Instead of giving in that heading, what I am doing somewhere in the player name in last cell. This is the player cell. Na? Here I am giving what width as 220. Then anyhow it affects everyone. But later if I want to modify it will be difficult. I have to search where in the row it is present. So better always give where? Always give in the header. That means in the header you adjust it. That will be better. So width is equal to 250. That is the width we are defining. 250, yeah? Okay, that is the width we are defining. That is fine. Okay. Now what we need to do here is, this is the table. Okay, let's go to the table. The table width we are giving as 100%. That means it is going to fit the table like this. Table width, it will fit the table complete screen. We are having this one. Okay, next. Okay, what else now? We will define here another option is, next important is align and we align. Actually align, it sets content alignment left, center, right, or justify. We align, so it sets vertical alignment top, center, bottom. We have 3 alignments. And remember, it depends on which level you given. Suppose you given table align center, what it will happen? It will apply for entire table. Only table will work, not content in table. Suppose you applied in TR, align center, what will happen? All cells in the row will be center. So we defined TD align center. What will happen? Only that cell will be center. Only that cell will be center. That means, so remember, you cannot set alignment for columns. You cannot set alignment for columns. You can set only for row, or you can set only for cells. Entire column you cannot do like that. That's not possible. Then you have to do it by using CSS only, right? Entire column means what? Suppose I want all these center. I want all of them center. What center? Horizontally center. Where to apply? Already header is center. But it is not affecting here now. Then what you have to do? If I give this row center, it will work for all of them. Column wise, you can't manage. That means every cell, center, individually you have to give. There is no chance that you can control it by column wise. You cannot control by column wise, right? So another point here. So see here. Let's see. I'm defining. Where is it? This cell. Align. Align is what? Center. That means horizontal it will be center. It is not affecting other columns. So other rows. Every row individually you have to mention like that. That means next cell, this one is center. Next row, this cell will be center. This is number 3. Do you see like this center? Now you see this is having height. Now what we will do here, suppose I am defining height. Where is that one? This is the row. This is the row. We will give V align as center. That means vertical align as center. Already all vertical align center. This is not, because this is not in cell directly. It is present in a column. It is not in the cell. It is in a div now. We kept in div 1 column, 2nd column, 2 columns we set, right? So we see V align top. Then you see all will be top. Vertical align top, vertical align bottom, vertical align center. We can apply like that. That is the horizontal alignment and vertical. Individually, you can give for any cell, or you can collectively give for all cells. All cells. Okay. Next important here is we are having, then how to keep this one centered. That we have to define by using this class as what? Call. I'm just using a call. Actually, all of them we will put a class call. Better check it's not disturbed. Image may disturb. Only this one I will keep as a call. Let's put here. What should be the call style? What should be the call style? Display flex, justify content, justify content center, align items also what? Center. It will be like this. And what we will do inside the call, wherever span is present, display as what? Block. And display span, what we given there, display flex. Okay, then better this one have a problem. What is that problem is? Where I think we given 2 cells like this. Actually, what we should happen, we should make them keep inside a div again. So now it looks fine. Okay, that is the point. Because to keep display flex, justify center, align item center, make sure that all are in one container. That is the basic rule I told you. All must be in one container. Okay. Now the same class we will apply for all. Second player name, we will put a call. This player name, we will put as a call. Okay. Now all will be like this. And everywhere same div we have to add. We have to keep in a div. Then it will be fine. This also we will keep in a div. That means make sure that these are present in one div. Now it will be fine. Now what we can do here, horizontal alignment for this cell, align. Align is what? Suppose center. I'm giving like this, horizontally center. Horizontal center, vertical center. You can keep anything according to your requirement. Actually not required. We will keep that left side only. That is fine. Okay, next important. Now what we need to do is we need to adjust. What else is this name? We will give here dot what? Player name. Layer name is font weight as bold. Okay, I think we will keep the width little more. That looks fine. Otherwise, it looks uneven. Okay, right. Fine. Now, what else here? So suppose 300, so 250 is enough. Fine. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to set the height of the row. We can set the height of the row also. What is the height? This row is having height. Height is equal to, suppose 50 I given. Then you will see the height, because it is having 100% of image, height will not be adjusted. Otherwise, individually, what you can do, you can mention the height of the cells, right? Okay. Now, let's remove the border. How you remove the border? We will go to the table and remove the border and frame. Then it will be like this. This is the cell table we are having. Now we can apply background colors and all. So the next important attribute, horizontal vertical alignment, we know we have BG color and background. What are those? No need to explain. BG color is what? It sets background color. Background color for table or row or header or cell, anywhere you can apply, or group. Group means T head, T body and all. What is background? It sets a background image. Background is background image. It sets the background image. You can apply at any level. Background color and all. So syntactically, you can apply for row BG color. So we have T head, or say TD background. Background means you put a image, dot slash images slash pic dot jpg. But you know that you can't control the images. To control the images, again, we need styles. So here, these are attributes for background color. You can apply anywhere. The first row I am applying here. So here I am applying the first row. This is the row BG color. BG color is hash 00 00 FF. I'll say DD. Then you can see that background will be there. So AA more darker will be there. 877 little more darker will be there. So now how about color? Actually, when you apply BG color for text, then what you done? Text is equal to what? White. But here it will not work. In body it works. Body have a BG color, na? Same option we applied for body tag. Then here you have to apply manually. That means we need to apply manually. Means no attributes are there. We have to apply like in the style, in the T head, wherever TR is present, their color must be what? White. We can put like that. Right? So that is for the row. Actually, it is having cell spacing and padding, because if you don't give the cell spacing and cell padding, that means cell spacing you don't give, it will be like this. Cell padding, we don't give cell padding and cell spacing, then it looks like a combined, right? So we will just keep it just roughly. I'm showing that this is the background. We can make this background look like a continuous. That also I will show you. For that, usually what we do, we use merge. Merge we will see in the next point how to handle that. Okay, next what? Every row can have a different background color. That means what you can do is, for this row, I will give BG color. BG color is what? Suppose hash. So 55, or say DD 0000. It will display like this. We can have a different color for that particular row. We can apply for row, or we can apply only for a particular cell. Only for that cell we can apply. It will apply only for that. We can apply row wise, you can apply column wise. So here we can apply to cell, you can apply to entire row. Right? So here we can define colors and background image. If you want entire table, you know, entire table is what? BG color, some yellow, then entire table will be that. Right? We can have a complete table, the color. Or complete table or specific. What about background image? We have to use what? Background dot slash what? Images slash, suppose a1.jpg, some image, and you can see that that background image will come. Depends on what image you are having. Suppose I'm having like men's fashion dot what jpg, then it will keep that background there. Men fashion, it will display that. But you know that it is somewhere right side. You know how to adjust the background images. Actually, background image is not there, just I'm showing. Suppose you want to keep something like this. That means this one you want as a background image. We can put a background image like that. So remember, exact like this, we have to add a lot of styles. Still, we are learning attributes, how to deal with the attributes. Suppose here we are defining, background image. Then what you do, you know how to control it. Table, what we have to do? Background size, background size. How much? 100%, 100%. What is 100%, 100%? It will fit like this. Height and width. We can control the background image, whatever image you put. Just IPL logo or something in the background, we can keep that, right? So just roughly I am giving, this is the option, right? So we can put a background image, background color and background image. Suppose font family, I am giving Arial. Font size, I am giving 20 pixel. Then it will be like this. I think so 16 pixel, that 14, 13, that looks fine. Okay. This is what we are having. Now somewhere here, we need to define one more. This must be bold, large size. Na? Then how do we control? So this is a call group, right? But I'm writing like this. What is it? Call group. For call group, font size, I'm giving 20 pixel. That is the font size for call group. It's not affected. Why? Because this call group is just to merge it. And you can't control any effect for them. Already I told you, column wise manipulations not possible in table. Then we have to manually apply. Actually, later you will learn about some CSS selectors. that will allow us to easily select the elements. For example, in every row, there is a cell, and what it should be font size, suppose 20 pixel. That means what happens, all cells will be 20 pixels, but only first one should be. Then what we do is we access here TD first child. Then it will be applied only for first one, not for others. We will keep here font weight. What is the font weight? Font weight as bold. That means it will be bold. Only first one. When we know CSS, we can do more better. That means now it is applying in the row for not for all cells, only the first cell. How you accessed that first cell? By using this first shade. So like that, more than 30, 40 selectors are there, classes. When you know them, you can handle them perfectly. That is the reason I told you, you are in the beginning of, after all, in the beginning of HTML. You don't dream about designing IPL like website, right? For that, lot of things. That means you have to finish your 2-3 months to design exact. Exact means the feel, look, everything. Because it needs lot of things. Simply like learning a table, you can't design like IPL like website screen. It needs lot of effects, and CSS also later will come. Temporally I showed you, and see here, suppose we have every row, every row we are giving some background color. Background color, I'll give light gray. Light gray is the background color for every row. Then it will put for every row. For every row, it will put a background color. Suppose I am writing here T body. That means what it will do? Only for rows in T body, it will put the background color. Background color. But generally, what we do here, one more point here is actually light gray. That means very light gray. Okay. It's very marginal light gray like we are giving. And see here, not for every row. We will write as nth child as odd number. That means odd numbers only will apply. So we will write nth child as even number. That means only for even numbers it will apply. That means even odd occurrences it will apply. These are all so many things we need to control, right? So for example, means this all I am not giving as of now, because later in CSS I will explain, right? But I'm just showing that we can get exact appearance, but it takes so much things to do, right? And suppose we have TR. So height is equal to suppose 20 pixel. That means what height of every row is not adjusted here because the page is there. That means suppose I am giving T body. T body, every row height is 20 pixel. You can see it's not adjusting. Why? Because the height you mentioned, suppose 200 pixel, that means it will increase. But you cannot decrease after certain limit. Why? Because the content inside it also depends. You cannot simply adjust everything. These all tricks and techniques you will learn while working with CSS. Don't worry now. That means as of now, you should concentrate only on table attributes. What are the attributes for the table? Because plain table attributes, when you know, then later we can implement other. So what are the attributes you have seen? Actually, these are so many attributes you have seen. Do you know what attributes you have seen? So you have seen so many attributes. What are those? We have frame, we have rules, we have border, we have align, we have V align, we have cell spacing, we have cell padding, we have BG color. So we have background, we have width, we have height. These are all the attributes of table. I divided them into categories. right? These are all the attributes of table. And still it is not done. You have another important is we have merge rows and columns. And for that you have call span. This is merge multiple cells into one column. And we have row span. So this is merge multiple cells into one row. For this, we need to create some more different tables to design like that. And how to use them? For that, we need some another table. We need to design another table. We will see another table for this merge, how they work, right? Now, initially, this is the basic table we created. And view all we know na, already. What is that view all we are having? So dot what? BTN view. Background color is red. So we have a color as white. So that's padding as 5 pixel. Then you can see at the bottom there is BTN view all a view as what we given. BTN spelling wrong. View. Okay. Okay, then we will put that BTN view here. BTN view. Oh, fine. Now it will be like this. And for this, we will keep width. Width is some 100 pixel. That will set the width. Right. Later you will learn CSS where you will make slant. That means like we call it as skew by some angle. Those are all transformations actually. We can make appearance like. But this is the basic table. So, and you see, suppose table, we are adding as a border as 1 pixel, solid, some gray color. And you can see table have a border. And we have like border radius as 20 pixel. Then table have a border radius. These are additional CSS effects that we define. CSS effect we define. But this is a simple basic table we created. But once you learn more styles, then we can add more effects in them. So you see font size TD, font size is suppose 20 pixel. All cells will come like this and display in this way, right? So that is enough. Now we can make exact design after learning some more points. Now we will see how to merge the rows and columns and design a table. Also, for that we see another table, how to handle it, right? That we'll see in tomorrow's session. Tomorrow's session, we will finish how to create nested tables also. Nested table means table inside table. We can have complex nested tables also. We will take one real-time example and we will design. And if we can create that, then we will move to very major concept forms, working with forms. Tomorrow we will have session and Saturdays, Sunday and Monday are holiday. Monday we don't have session, right? Monday is an election day and the entire state is holiday, right? So we can't have any sessions. Again, our session will be on Tuesday. Tomorrow as usual. So Sunday and Monday holidays. Again, we will meet on Tuesdays. Okay, right.